Good morning. My name is Henry Iramo. I'm a student of intercultural, international and intercultural education at the Florida International University. I am here to present to you this morning uh, a slight topic on three challenges facing the United States national security, and it is covered under the course National Security Essential for this semester. The national security of the United States of America is challenged by China, the COVID 19 pandemic, and human trafficking. These are three major factors challenging the national security of the United States today. China gradually is a constant challenge to the United States in numerous grounds, like in economy, military capability, and development in science and technology. It is imperative to understand that from the United States standpoint, the rise of China as as a political a gladiator at a global level capable of matching that of the United States is holding so much weight, and it has become a challenge to the United States of America. China is becoming stronger and almost capable of meeting the United States economic strength too. Its goods and services are all over the globe. It makes its presence global, even uh, close to that of the United States of America. China has developed tactics, psychological means of fighting the United States to get to that global position today. The two global powers, the two strong nations, are keeping the other allies watching behind the scene and looking at what is going on in the struggle to click on the global power. The United States national security is is treasured by the government and the people of the United States of America. But after the 9/11 attack, it became imperative that the security of the United States of America must be watertight and ordered. So any mix, any way that anybody would come to want to compromise that national security, it becomes a challenge and ordered. To this end, the United States national security challenged by the desperate rise of China to overtake her at the global space, is primarily through diplomatic means. China is offering loans and to developing nations, especially those in the third world African countries where their leaders are corrupt, and these loans are taken with conditions that are almost impossible to meet at the end of the day. And China is making sure that these countries use their a national important asset as collateral for this. But a scholar called Allison, he tries to reaffirm this is teaching. He said that the United States should focus more on internal affairs instead of bordering itself so much with China's global fight. That the United States and China are not matched for each other. That the United States has a reputation and a name. That China cannot stand the United States because China does not respect human rights internally, which the U.S. respect. China is a communist country. The United States is a democratic country. China and United States is built on capitalism, which give citizens freedom to express themselves. That is one aspect. The next one is the COVID 19, the wave of COVID 19. The COVID 19 took the world, it swept the world off their feet. It came like a surprise. Great nations were taken unawares. The world was held stagnant. The United States of America was helpless. A lot of institutions were shut down. Schools were reverted to visual learning. This became a problem to the world and the national security of the United States. A lot of Americans died, and to crown it all, Donald Trump administration became a contradiction to itself, even at the global space, concerning the management of the COVID 19, and even acknowledging the reality of the COVID 19 that crumbled the world. The COVID 19 issues went along with campaigns in the United States. It became a terrible and a disgraceful thing to note that a great nation like the United States was seen campaigning issues with the COVID 19 and all that. Why? Other third and developing nations were taken aback by this very scenario. This asked the COVID 19 management in the end was empowered by the arrival of the vaccine. The vaccine, although a lot of people do not have faith still in the vaccine because of the policies that came with it, and it is encouraged that people get their vaccine. A lot of Americans died, movements were held stagnant, the United States lost a lot of millions across the world. The embassies of the US were closed, the businesses of the US were closed across the world. It became a challenge to the national security of the United States of America. The next and the last indication of the challenge of the facing the United States national security is human trafficking. One of the greatest challenges that is facing mankind and the citizens of the United States today is human trafficking. It becomes a great challenge to the national security of the United States today. It involves intelligent gathering amongst penetrator across borders. It compromises the national borders of the United States. It gives room for terrorists to use that means to smuggle in resources to continue to sustain their terrorist attacks and terrorist fight. It gives room for illegal immigrants to come into the United States. It violates human rights, and sometimes it takes the life of the victims and other. Although there are laws and internal and global laws that prohibit this kind of crime. Thank you very much.